Let me ask you something. How many times have you walked into a room and instantly felt the energy shift? Maybe it felt heavy, tense, or draining. Or maybe it was the opposite, and the energy felt light, uplifting, and alive. Whether you realize it or not, your environment plays a massive role in the state of your vibration. And here's the hard truth: if you're surrounded by a toxic environment, whether it's the people, the energy, or even your own internal state, it's pulling your vibration down. It's time to stop letting your environment dictate your energy. It's time to reclaim your power. We often underestimate the invisible forces around us. You might not be able to see toxic energy, but you can feel it. It's that heaviness in your chest when you're around someone who constantly complains. It's the exhaustion you feel after spending time in a space filled with chaos or negativity. And it's the subtle but persistent voice in your head that tells you something here is off. But here's the thing: toxic environments don't just affect your mood, they affect your vibration. They seep into your energy field, lowering your frequency and disconnecting you from your higher self. Let's break this down logically. Your vibration is essentially the frequency at which you resonate. When your vibration is high, you feel aligned, joyful, and at peace. You attract experiences, people, and opportunities that match that high frequency. But when your vibration is low, you feel drained, stuck, and disconnected. Life feels like a constant uphill battle. And here's the kicker: your environment is one of the biggest factors that influence your vibration. So, if you're living in a toxic environment, it's like trying to climb a mountain with a 100-pound weight strapped to your back.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
But let me ask you a deeper question. Why do we stay in toxic environments? Why do we tolerate energy that we know is pulling us down? Is it because we're afraid of change? Is it because we've convinced ourselves that this is just how life is? Or is it because we don't believe we're worthy of better? These are tough questions, but they're questions we need to ask. Because until you identify why you're allowing toxic energy into your life, you can't take the steps to remove it. Let's start with the most obvious source of toxicity: people. Think about the people you interact with regularly. Are they lifting you up, or are they draining your energy? And be honest, are you allowing these people to stay in your life because you feel obligated to? Maybe it's a family member, a co-worker, or even a close friend. But here's the truth: just because someone has a place in your life doesn't mean they should have access to your energy. Your energy is sacred. It's the essence of who you are. And if someone is constantly lowering your vibration, it's time to set boundaries. But I get it, setting boundaries isn't easy, especially if you're someone who cares deeply about others. You might worry about hurting their feelings or coming across as selfish. But let me tell you this: protecting your energy isn't selfish, it's necessary. Because when you allow yourself to be drained by toxic people, you're not just lowering your own vibration, you're also limiting your ability to show up fully for the people and things that truly matter. You can't pour from an empty cup. So if you want to raise your vibration, you need to start by protecting it. Here's a practical exercise. Take out a piece of paper and write down the names of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Next to each name, write how you feel after spending time with them. Be brutally honest. Do you feel energized, inspired, and uplifted? Or do you feel drained, frustrated, and heavy? This exercise might be uncomfortable, but it's also incredibly revealing. Because the people you surround yourself with are either raising your vibration or lowering it. There's no in between. But toxic environments aren't just about people, they're also about spaces. Think about the places you spend the most time in: your home, your workplace, your car. Are these spaces filled with chaos, clutter, or negative energy? Or are they places that feel peaceful, inspiring, and aligned with your highest self? The energy of a space can have a profound impact on your vibration. So if you're living or working in a toxic space, it's time to take action. Start by clearing the energy of the space. This can be as simple as opening the windows to let in fresh air, burning sage or incense, or even just tidying up. Clutter holds stagnant energy, and stagnant energy lowers your vibration. So take some time to declutter your space and create an environment that feels light, clean, and aligned. And while you're at it, add elements that raise your vibration: plants, crystals, candles, or anything else that brings you joy. Now, let's talk about the most overlooked toxic environment: your own mind. Because the truth is, you could be surrounded by the most positive people and the most high vibrational spaces, but if your mind is filled with negativity, self-doubt, and fear, your vibration will still be low. Your internal environment is just as important, if not more so, than your external environment. So ask yourself, what kind of thoughts am I feeding my mind? Are they thoughts of love, gratitude, and abundance? Or are they thoughts of fear, lack, and self-criticism? If you find that your internal environment is toxic, don't judge yourself. We've all been there. Instead, bring awareness to it. Start by observing your thoughts without attaching to them. When you notice a negative thought, ask yourself, is this thought serving me? Is it raising my vibration? If the answer is no, gently let it go and replace it with a thought that feels more aligned. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," replace it with, "I am worthy of love and abundance." It might feel awkward at first, but with practice, it becomes second nature. The key to transforming a toxic environment, whether it's external or internal, is awareness. You can't change what you're not aware of. So start paying attention to the energy around you and within you. Notice how different environments, people, and thoughts affect your vibration. And when you identify something that's lowering your vibration, take action. Set boundaries. Clear the energy. Reframe your thoughts. Because you have the power to create an environment that supports your highest self. But this isn't just about raising your vibration, it's about taking back your power. It's about realizing that you are not a victim of your environment. You are the creator of your reality. And the moment you stop letting a toxic environment dictate your energy, you step into your power. You become the architect of your own vibration. And when you do that, your entire life begins to shift. Let me ask you something: how much of your life is being unconsciously shaped by the toxic energy around you? Think about it for a moment. How often do you catch yourself reacting in ways that don't feel aligned with your higher self? Maybe you snap at someone you care about, feel unnecessary stress over small things, or suddenly doubt yourself for reasons you can't quite explain. Have you ever stopped to wonder if those reactions are even yours to begin with? Here's the truth that most people don't realize: toxic environments don't just affect your mood or your energy in the moment, they infiltrate your subconscious mind. They plant seeds of fear, doubt, anger, and self-limitation that grow over time, often without you even noticing. And because 95% of our actions, thoughts, and emotions are driven by the subconscious, toxic energy can end up controlling your life without you being aware of it. But the good news is this: once you become aware, you can take back control. Let's break this down. Your subconscious mind is like a sponge. It absorbs everything from its environment, especially the energy, words, and emotions of those around you. If you're surrounded by negativity, criticism, or fear, your subconscious begins to interpret those energies as truth. For example, if you're constantly around people who complain about money, your subconscious might adopt the belief that money is hard to come by. If you're in an environment where people criticize you or others, your subconscious might internalize the idea that you're not good enough or that you have to prove your worth. These beliefs become deeply embedded and start to dictate your actions, habits, and even the way you see yourself. But here's the deeper layer: toxic energy doesn't just affect your thoughts, it affects your nervous system. When you're exposed to negativity for long periods, your body enters a state of low-grade stress. You might not even realize it, but your system starts operating in survival mode. This means higher cortisol levels, less clarity, and more reactivity. Over time, this stress becomes your baseline, and you start to think, this is just how life is. But it's not. It's simply the result of being stuck in an environment that is out of alignment with your soul. So how do you break free? How do you reclaim your mind and reset your vibration when toxic energy has taken root in your subconscious? The first step is awareness. You need to shine a light on the hidden patterns and beliefs that have been running the show. Ask yourself, what beliefs have I adopted from my environment? Are these beliefs serving me, or are they holding me back? For example, if you've been around people who constantly talk about scarcity, examine how this has shaped your relationship with abundance. If you've been criticized or judged, reflect on whether you've internalized those judgments as truths about yourself. Once you've identified the toxic programming in your subconscious, the next step is to replace it. Your subconscious mind is like a garden. If it's filled with weeds, you need to pull them out and plant new seeds. One of the most powerful ways to do this is through affirmations. But here's the thing: affirmations only work if you truly feel them. It's not enough to say I am worthy while still feeling unworthy. You need to embody the energy of the affirmation. So when you say, I am abundant, imagine what it feels like to be abundant. Picture the freedom, joy, and ease that abundance brings. Feel it in your body. This is how you reprogram your subconscious with new, high vibrational beliefs. Another powerful tool for breaking free from toxic subconscious patterns is visualization. Your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between real and imagined experiences. It simply responds to the energy you project. So use this to your advantage. Close your eyes and visualize yourself in a high vibrational environment. Imagine being surrounded by people who uplift and inspire you, in a space that feels peaceful, beautiful, and aligned. See yourself thriving, radiating confidence, joy, and love. The more vividly you can imagine this, the more your subconscious begins to accept it as your reality. And as your subconscious shifts, your external reality will start to align with it. But let's address something deeper. What if you can't leave your toxic environment right now? What if the negativity is coming from family members, co-workers, or situations you can't immediately change? This is where the real inner work begins. Because while you might not always be able to control your external environment, you can always control your internal environment. You can become a master of your own energy, no matter what's happening around you. Start by creating energetic boundaries. Imagine that your energy field is like a bubble of light surrounding you. This bubble protects you from absorbing negative energy while allowing positive energy to flow freely. But each morning, visualize this bubble around you and set the intention: I choose to protect my energy today. I release all negativity that does not belong to me. This simple practice can make a profound difference in how you feel throughout the day. Another key practice is detachment. Toxic environments often trigger emotional reactions: anger, frustration, sadness. But remember this: your emotions are your energy, and when you let someone else control your emotions, you're giving them control over your vibration. Detachment doesn't mean ignoring your emotions or becoming numb. It means observing your emotions without letting them define you. When someone says or does something toxic, pause. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself, this is their energy, not mine. I choose to stay aligned with my higher self. This doesn't mean you tolerate toxic behavior. It means you respond from a place of peace and power, rather than reacting out of anger or fear. And finally, the most important step in breaking free from toxic energy is to elevate your own vibration. Because here's the truth: the higher your vibration, the less toxic energy can affect you. When you're vibrating at the frequency of love, joy, and peace, negativity simply doesn't stick. It might brush up against you, but it can't penetrate your energy field. So focus on raising your vibration every day. Meditate, move your body, spend time in nature, surround yourself with beauty. Do the things that make your soul feel alive. The more you elevate your own energy, the less power toxic environments will have over you. Let me leave you with this question: what would your life look like if toxic energy no longer controlled your mind or your vibration? Imagine the freedom, the clarity, the power you would feel, because that's what's waiting for you on the other side of this work. In the next part, we'll dive into how to not only protect your energy, but also transform toxic environments into spaces of light and positivity. Let me ask you something profound. What if the toxic environment you're in isn't just a challenge to overcome, but an opportunity to transform not only for yourself but for others? What if you could become a source of light, powerful enough to shift the energy around you? I know this sounds ambitious, maybe even impossible, but the truth is, the energy you carry within you is far more influential than you realize. When you learn how to protect your vibration and radiate light, toxic environments no longer control you. Instead, you become the one who transforms them. The first step in transforming a toxic environment is understanding the power of your energy field. Think of your energy like a tuning fork. When you walk into a room, your vibration interacts with the vibrations around you. If your energy is strong, grounded, and high, it can influence the lower vibrations in your environment, raising the overall frequency. But if your energy is weak or unprotected, the opposite happens. You absorb the negativity and your vibration drops. This is why protecting your energy is non-negotiable. Without it, you're like an open sponge, soaking up whatever is around you. So how do you strengthen and protect your energy field? It starts with grounding. Toxic environments often pull us out of alignment, leaving us feeling scattered or overwhelmed. Grounding reconnects you to your center, anchoring your energy so that external negativity can't shake you. One simple grounding practice is to imagine roots growing from the soles of your feet into the earth. As you breathe deeply, visualize these roots anchoring you to the core of the earth, drawing up its stabilizing, nourishing energy. With each breath, feel yourself becoming more solid, unshakable like a mountain that remains steady no matter how fierce the storm. Once you're grounded, the next step is to amplify your inner light. Remember, this light is always more powerful than darkness. A single candle can illuminate an entire room, no matter how dark it is. And your inner light, the energy of love, peace, and compassion, is no different. To amplify your light, focus on cultivating emotions that raise your vibration. Gratitude, joy, and love are some of the highest frequency emotions. Take a moment each day to connect with these feelings. Think of something that brings you joy or someone you love deeply. Let that emotion expand in your heart, radiating outward like a warm, golden light. When you carry this energy into a toxic environment, it acts as a shield, protecting you and subtly influencing those around you. But here's the deeper truth: transforming a toxic environment isn't just about protecting your energy, it's about embodying the energy you want to see. If you want to bring light to a space, you have to be that light. This means showing up with integrity, kindness, and authenticity, even when the environment feels hostile or challenging. It means holding yourself to a higher standard, refusing to be pulled into gossip, negativity, or drama. It means being the calm in the storm, the steady presence that others can look to for guidance. And yes, this takes courage. It's not always easy to rise above the energy around you. But every time you choose to act from a place of love instead of fear, you're contributing to the transformation of that space. Let's talk about one of the most practical ways to bring light into a toxic environment: communication. Toxic environments are often fueled by unspoken resentment, misunderstandings, or a lack of authentic connection. You don't have to be confrontational, but you can be intentional about how you communicate. For example, instead of reacting to negativity with more negativity, respond with compassion. If someone lashes out at you, take a breath and ask yourself, what pain or fear might they be projecting? This doesn't mean tolerating toxic behavior, it means responding in a way that diffuses the energy instead of escalating it. Sometimes, a simple act of kindness or a calm, grounded response can shift the dynamic entirely. But let me be clear, transforming a toxic environment doesn't mean you have to take on the responsibility of fixing everything or everyone around you. You are not here to save others at the expense of your own well-being. Transformation begins with you, but it's not your job to carry the weight of an entire space. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is simply hold your vibration steady, showing others what's possible by your example. And sometimes, the best way to transform a toxic environment is to walk away from it altogether. If a space or relationship is so toxic that it's draining your energy beyond repair, it's okay to release it. You can still send love and light from a distance, but your priority must always be your own alignment. Now, here's something important to remember: transformation doesn't happen overnight. Shifting the energy of a toxic environment takes time, patience, and consistency. You might not see immediate results, and that's okay. The work you're doing is subtle but powerful. Every time you show up as a source of light, you're planting seeds. You're creating ripples of positive energy that will grow over time, even if you can't see it in the moment. Trust that your energy is making a difference, even when it feels like nothing is changing. Let me leave you with a question: what light are you capable of bringing into the spaces you inhabit? What would happen if you fully committed to being a source of love, peace, and transformation, no matter where you are? Imagine the ripple effect of your energy, not just on your environment, but on the people around you, and even on the people they interact with. This is how powerful you are. This is how transformative your light can be. Let me ask you something: what would your life look like if no force, no person, and no circumstance could ever pull you out of alignment? What if you could walk through the most chaotic, toxic environments and still feel steady, peaceful, and powerful? This isn't just an ideal, it's a reality you can create. Becoming unshakable doesn't mean avoiding challenges or pretending negativity doesn't exist. It means living so fully in alignment with your highest self that nothing external can disrupt your inner peace. It's about mastering your vibration so completely that you become the calm in the storm, the steady light in the darkness. To embody your highest vibration in every moment, you must first understand that your vibration is a choice. It's not something that happens to you, it's something you create. So often we let our external world dictate our internal state. Someone says something hurtful and we feel angry. A stressful situation arises and we feel anxious. But here's the deeper truth: while you can't always control what happens around you, you can always control how you respond to it. And that response is what determines your vibration. The first key to becoming unshakable is cultivating inner stillness. Stillness is the foundation of high vibration because it allows you to stay grounded no matter what's happening around you. You don't have to react to every trigger or get swept up in every wave of emotion. Instead, you can pause, breathe, and choose your response. This takes practice, but the more you cultivate stillness, the easier it becomes. Start by creating moments of stillness in your day. Meditate, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Sit in silence and listen to your breath. These small practices build the muscle of inner stillness so that when life throws chaos your way, you can respond from a place of calm instead of reactivity. But stillness alone isn't enough. You also need to strengthen your connection to your higher self. Your higher self is the part of you that transcends fear, doubt, and negativity. It's the part of you that knows you are whole, worthy, and infinitely powerful. When you operate from this place, you naturally embody your highest vibration. So how do you connect with your higher self? Through intention and presence. Set the intention every morning to align with your higher self. Say to yourself, today, I choose to operate from love, peace, and wisdom throughout the day. Check in with yourself. Ask, am I responding to this situation from my higher self or from fear and ego? This simple practice keeps you aligned and unshakable. And finally, to embody your highest vibration, you must live with intention. High vibration isn't something you stumble upon, it's something you consciously create. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every action you take is either raising or lowering your vibration. So ask yourself, what am I feeding my energy today? Are my habits, thoughts, and actions aligned with my highest self? This doesn't mean you have to be perfect, it means being intentional. It means choosing gratitude over complaining, love over fear, and faith over doubt. It means living each day as a reflection of the energy you want to embody. Let me leave you with this final question. What would happen if you fully committed to living as your highest self, no matter what? Imagine the power, the peace, the freedom you would feel. Imagine the impact you could have not just on your own life, but on the lives of everyone around you. This is what's possible when you become unshakable. This is what's possible when you embody your highest vibration in every moment. Because when you do, you don't just transform your life, you transform the world.